Hey, what's up guys? Brad with Squared Away every day, and I've done it. I've traded in the Tesla Model X Plaid on what I would call my favorite Tesla, maybe the most fun Tesla, or just maybe a better Tesla even. I don't know if it's a better Tesla, but I've owned every performance model Tesla there is. This is now my fifth Tesla, and I'm super stoked to be back in this particular vehicle. If you like this kind of content, please go ahead and give me a like, give me a sub, and let's hop into it. All right, so let's go ahead and hop out of the vehicle so you can take a look. I bought this used, and I highly recommend whatever you buy used these days in the Tesla market. Boom, check this thing out. Oh yeah. PPF, it's a stealth PPF we've got going on this thing already. And it's just black underneath, so the stealth PPF is like a matte clear bra is what it is over the entire vehicle. My favorite way to protect your vehicle. Definitely the most expensive way to do it, but it's certainly my favorite. It looks the best. So this is a Model 3 Performance for those of you that can't tell yet, and it's been completely debadged. And so I didn't just pick this up. I've had it about a week now at this point, and it's super sick. I'm super excited about it. And it's been great. It's been great to have. So what I've done to it so far is we've got this stealth PPF on it. We've got ceramic tint all the way around 360 degrees on the windshield too. It's only 15% on the front windows here. I probably should have done 10 and 15 in the rear because it you get more light that comes in, so it looks lighter in the front. So should have done 10 and 15, but whatever. We did 15, and then on the front windshield we did 70% ceramic as well. And I just, I like to keep it a little bit more private. And then we did it on the rear too. We did 15% on the rear for the actual ceramic tint. And then we've got ceramic coat on the PPF, and it just looks so sick. I'm super stoked about it. It looks really, really good. And some of you are probably thinking, why did you get a Model 3, Brad? You were saying how you hated the Plaid because it didn't have enough utility or cargo space in it. And yeah, that's true. That is entirely true. This is not filling the space of a work vehicle for me. This is just a fun vehicle for just cruising around, just getting around town. And I will say the Model 3s in general, specifically the Performance, but the Model 3s in general are a very, very easy to drive vehicle. The easiest to drive. Like many people have said before, it's just like driving a go-kart when you've got these things. Again, so let's talk about this a little bit. So I've totally debadged it. There's no dual motor with the red line or anything. I took off the Tesla T on the rear. The Tesla T on the front has also been removed. We've got these red brake calipers, which is odd for me because on my old Model 3 Performance, going back to my roots actually, that's the vehicle I started with. It was a P3D minus, or if you want to call it just a stealth Model 3 Performance, whatever you want to call it. Its specific designation is a P3D minus, which meant it didn't have any of the fancy performance wheels or brakes on it. It didn't have the fancy performance suspension that lowers it like an inch or an inch and a half or whatever it is. And it really just had the motors, the upgraded motors, which all the motors used to be the same back in the day actually. Well, I take that back. That's for a different video. It's a little convoluted, but anyway, here it is nonetheless. Let's talk just a little bit about the vehicle. We can hop in here. So I bought this thing used, and I highly recommend that you too buy used. If you're gonna buy a Tesla in this market, they're just fluctuating in price way too much, and I got a really good deal on this one, so I'm super stoked about it. Bought it used, got a great deal on it. It does have a couple things. You can see the seat is actually down in the rear, and the middle seat belt in the very center of the seat back there, it was super tight, like really tight. And it wasn't tight the day that I looked at it. The first time I looked at it like 3 times before I actually bought it. It wasn't super tight when I looked at it the first day, but when I came back the second or the third time, it was like really tight. And so I don't really know what's going on with that. That is a thing with the Model 3s. You can't get those super tight middle seat belts, and you gotta like unlock it, like unzip the seat and like unlock it. And anyway, they're gonna fix that at a service appointment. And then I also have, I don't know if you can see, but there's a cracked glass, or a cracked glass. There is a cracked piece of glass on this roof piece here. And so that was kind of a bummer. Of course, that was negotiated into the cost of the vehicle. Interestingly enough, that's actually something that is not super uncommon on the Teslas. You can see there's really no sort of impact. This is just a crack that you can see from the exterior. Oh, here we go. That's just a crack that you can see. You can't really see any sort of impact lines. You can't actually see any sort of impact area that would actually have caused a crack. And so this is a thing on the Model 3s specifically. They'll get this little crack right in the center, and so a lot of times this is covered under warranty. We don't really know if it's going to be covered under warranty in this particular situation. I would imagine it is, but it was negotiated into the cost of the vehicle when I bought that, obviously. Other stuff that's going on with it, I don't think that's... Oh, here we go. So two things, actually. I wanted to ask you guys about one of them, but you can see here we've got a tire pressure monitor system fault. So this dude put on some really nice all-season tires. They're probably my favorite. I don't actually remember what they are. The all seasons. Okay, yeah. They're a Continental Extreme Contact all season. And man, these are an awesome, awesome all season tire. Probably my favorite that I've had on any of my Teslas, but I can't really compare. It's unfair because the weight's different, the balance is different, but on the 3, it's got a very good feel to it. So super stoked about that tire, but the guy had 2 sets of tires and he didn't pay for the Tesla sensors for the TPMS system. And so lucky for me, I've got extra TPMS sensors for a 3. And so I've got a service appointment this coming Monday to where we're going to be putting the TPMS sensors into the actual wheel and tires. We're going to be fixing this top piece of glass here. We're going to fix that tight seat belt back there, whatever's going on with it. I just dropped the seat because it relieved tension on the actual seat itself, and I didn't want it to have like a huge indentation into the actual seat there. But other than that, the seats are in really good condition. Whoever had this vehicle took great care of it. Already had all season floor mats in it, and yeah, it's just a super good value for me, so I'm really excited to have it. That's pretty much it. It's just a little quick update video. I actually have to fly out tomorrow to pick up something really cool. You guys are going to come along for that trip, so I'm super excited about that. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. If you like this kind of content, please go ahead and give me a like, give me a sub, and we'll see you in the next one.